G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. We are here on a brand new expansion with a brand new patch. Welcome to Hidden Valley. Today we've got two pro level players facing off on Hidden Valley, one of the new maps. Fortunately, it looks like no sheep will be locked away in the Hidden Valley today. Let's find out how these players do. In the south side of the map, in the color blue, playing as the Abbasid dynasty, we've got Louis MT. And in the north side of the map, playing as the Byzantines, in the color red, we've got Demu. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a casted game. If you're enjoying this content, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for notifications. It's good to see. And anyway, normally because I'll say it's good for traction of the videos, but I said the other three, or like the whole three things, and I was like, oh, what do I say here? Anyway, welcome. It's good to have your company. I'm looking forward to this matchup. We've got two civilizations that both excel in the late game, or at least that's the argument that I'm going to put forward to you at the moment. The Byzantines, we've seen them do relatively well in the early game, going off this one base strategy, but one of the things at the pro level that seems to be common is players continue to go into two town centers, continue to go into that winery opening. So I'm expecting that that's probably what we're going to see today, coming out from Demu. On the side of Louis MT, though, playing as the Abbasid dynasty, it's natural for him to want to go into at least 3 town centers. We've seen that plenty of times, so I think that Demu's going to be in good company if he does elect to go for that second TC today. The question's going to be about what he can do to stop Louis and the powerhouse that he will become in the late game. The Abbasid dynasty is considered by many to be the best late game civilization that there is. There's just so many things going for it. They've got the best trade. They've got some of the best units in the camel. Camel Archer in particular is just incredible. It's one of the most efficient units that you can get. So much damage, so much health. It's just an incredible unit. Gets affected by incendiary arrows together with biology. It's just an amazing unit. And of course, it's got that camel unease on top of it. But look, in the late game, we'll get there when we get there. Let's focus on the short term. Louis going to be clicking up to the castle age, to the feudal age any second now. Probably going to be the eco wing. Let's wait. Let's see. It could be the military wing. I guess that's the other option that you could go for here. But I'd be surprised. I feel like it's an eco wing kind of game, and it is indeed an eco wing kind of game here. Woodline now working towards it, and Imperial Hippodrome coming down on the other side of the map for Demu, looking to play a little bit aggressive, and a very aggressive landmark positioning as well. It looks like he's gotten this right on the corner. You can see right here, it looks like, oh, actually, yeah, that looks pretty much right on the corner of the system to me. So very nice positioning here. I love the fact that it's on top, though. It does kind of give your opponent a read if they do scout this, so we can see Louis going to be coming in around this side. Might look to go around the back of the base, and if he does that, he will see, okay, there's a hippodrome, and so I can know, all right, I'm going to throw a wall down from here to my stone, and then I'm going to wall from my stone across to my edge of the map. Right, really, really easy to do. But it looks like Louis might not be spotting that out, so he's got no idea on where he can go. So it definitely seems like Demu has rolled the right hill today. Oh, hold your horses. He's coming back out. He's just having a quick check. Demu now going to be looking to send his scout out as well. Wants to see exactly which wing his opponent has gotten up to. Obviously, yet to scout that side of the map, which is quite a standard scouting path on this map. You can quite often be absolutely destroyed by this map. You can see that Demu's only got 6 sheep. And this feels very standard. I don't know what it is with this map, but the map just doesn't seem to spawn sheep the same way that other maps do. Maybe that's like part of the map description and I just haven't read it. Like, if I remember correctly, there's not a lot of berries on this map either. You've got 1 starting berries and then you've got a secondary set of berries, and that's it. There's no third berries. So it definitely feels a little bit lower on the food side. So I guess your farming civilizations are going to be, or civilizations that excel in farming are going to be doing a lot better. So your Holy Roman Empires, your Juicy Legacies, your Abbasid dynasty does very well in farming as well, because it does have that fertile crescent, which is going to reduce the cost to enter into your farming economies. But second TC working towards it at the moment will get spotted out by Demu. Keep in mind, he's got his feudal age about to come through as well. Scout gonna just start sieging down the mining camp. Wants to be annoying. I think he's trying to draw the villagers out. He wants the villagers to attack him, I think, here. Trying to delay, because he knows that his opponent is looking for that second TC, and he wants to make sure that with that second TC coming up, that he's going to be able to either get villagers out here or delay that second TC to the point where he's going to be able to get villagers that are building the second TC. And now that second TC coming down on the stone, to me, indicates he wants to go for a third TC as we correctly identify. And have a look at this. We've got a second TC up for demo. Okay. A little bit of an interesting opening. Never mind. I was literally just talking about how he was attacking this, hoping that the villagers would come so he could potentially hit one of the villagers with a horseman. Didn't even go for the early horseman. I guess it was a little bit of a delayed hippodrome. I'll call that one out. I'm happy to accept that one. But looks like it might even be 3 TCs coming up for both of these players. No villagers at the moment on the wood line, though. You can see Demo's actually got these rallied on over to the deer, which could indicate that he's just going to go 2 TCs straight up to castle. Which I guess begs the question, then why the hippodrome? Because we could have just got more... I mean, we kind of get more out of the Grand Winery the longer the game goes, right? Like, if you think about the Grand Winery, what does it offer you? It offers you, in the feudal age, you get more olive oil out of your berries, which means, in the short term, more mercenaries. In the mid-game, you get access to a relic-holding building that can also train religious units, so that's what you get. And then in the late game, you get access to a building that inspires or improves your farming economy ever so slightly around it. So I think as the game progresses, that landmark does get stronger. But in saying that, you still have a pretty strong landmark in the hippodrome, and that never really falls off, except if you don't go cavalry. And I would argue that you probably don't want to go cavalry, just because you got pretty bad cavalry. I'm not going to lie. Don't get me wrong, the Cataphract, it's a cool unit, but it's so damn expensive, man. I don't know. I just can't justify it. Second TC is up on this side of the map. Third TC about to come online. Expected to go down on top of the gold here. We'll have to see exactly where he looks to put it. He could also throw it down potentially on top of the wood line here. But it is going to be a barracks opening here. Does anticipate his opponent. He's going to be hitting him with cavalry shortly. Scout up against horsemen. He's just throwing it away. Nope, it's not going to be the case. Keep in mind that second TC for Demo is up. Whether he goes into a third one is going to be a different question, as the system network can always be expanded. He's already up to level 2. Level 3 is about to come online. And there's that third TC. It's not going to be on the gold. It's actually going to be on the deer. So going a little bit more forward with this one. Does expose himself, though, to a potential strike on that gold. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Now, keep in mind, often on this map, one of the things that we see are players looking to wall off one side and fight on the other. So I expect to see that. But Louis MT, we've watched him play on this map before, and he's been very active on both sides. So that's another factor to consider. Scout is going to be coming back. Villagers going to be under threat. Looks like one villager will be forced away, and he's going to pop Triumph here for the single horseman. And we'll look to dive the town center. Villager will survive. Plenty of vills here. Unfortunately, a spearman also joining the fray is going to force this back. Scout on that bottom side. Triumph is already finished. Really? Dude, that was so quick. Oh my lord. They really nerfed Triumph badly. But, like, to be honest, that's fine. Like, your first Triumph lasting 60 seconds was a bit weird. So I guess that's fine. But they did hit it with, like, the triple-double, right? Oh, big hit right there. Looks like the horseman will go down. A little bit of a mistake there from Demo early on in this game. But second town center is online. He'll continue to be climbing. Villager counts even Stevens at the moment, 37 apiece. Fourth cistern now coming up. He'll be thinking about heading towards Castle Age shortly. We can see he's working that magic towards that position. And we've got a little bit of a cancellation right here. He's going to shorten the aqueduct, realizing, well, I'm already halfway out here. I might as well just extend it out. And speaking of extending, have a look at this. We've got walls starting to extend from the edge of the map for Louis MT all the way to the middle, as you would expect. Villagers making their way out. He's brought plenty out here to do it. And we see it coming out all the way. 2 spears. 3 town centers. Plenty of villagers out here. So let's talk a little bit about where we go from here. It's likely that we're going to see a big explosion in the Castle Age. This is, you know, if you've heard of the Cambrian explosion, this is the Castle Age explosion. It's a little bit different. Look, it's probably a little bit more advanced, a little bit more complicated than your Cambrian explosion. They were quite basic, I'll be honest with you guys. Not the most complex life forms, we'll say that much. But there are very complex strategies going on right now. And everything it's like chess, right? You see what your opponent's doing, and then you are subsequently moving. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of FPS lag right here. What's the deal with that? It says I'm sitting on 144 frames, but sometimes I don't buy it, man. It's like, I don't know. I watch back my content sometimes, and I'm like, man, this doesn't look like it's 60 FPS. Like, I'm recording at 60 FPS. Like, this is meant to be some pretty decent quality. but sometimes it's not. I want you to let me know. Did you see a skip there? And if you did, a follow-up question. Look at that. We got some nice little Akratoy defense coming out here. They want to fight, and oh boy, they'll fight all right. They got their wheelbarrows, so they got to go extra fast. But here's my follow-up question. Do you ever see a drop in the quality in Aussie Drongo videos? Specifically, I'm looking for nothing to do with the casting quality or the commentating quality, okay? I know that there's regular drops with that, so I apologize. Probably in this video, it's probably going to drop. That's a normal thing. It happens. I want to know about the FPS. That's the thing I care about, because I'm always doing my best to try and make sure this content that I'm producing for you guys is the highest quality. I will let you in on a little secret, because at the moment I'm recording for when I go away. So this video might get posted, you know, 2 weeks after I actually record it. So I'm actually recording in a lower quality than what I normally do. It is technically 4K, but it's very, very low quality 4K. And the reason why is because I'm recording so much stuff, I can't upload it to YouTube. Like, YouTube literally won't it won't input, or it won't take the upload fast enough that I can do it. So I'm sitting here with like 20 recordings ready to upload to YouTube, just waiting for them to go through. So anyway, there you go. That's my question. What's the FPS like? That's essentially it. I'm asking FPS Doug. Spears putting on pressure. Age up's coming through for both of these players. As we'd expect, military wing for Louis MT, Golden Horn Tower on the other side. And take a look at this. Demu actually going to be going into javelins. I don't know how I feel about this. Now, we talked about, you know, the fact earlier on that the Abbasid dynasty's got some strong late game units. In particular, the Camel Archer's very good. The Javelin Thrower is one of those units that it feels really good in low numbers, but the higher those numbers get, the worse it feels for the civilization. So I'm curious to see what Demu looks to achieve with this, because I feel like this might be the wrong decision. For me personally, I like the Western mercenary contract. It makes a lot of sense going into it. Now, granted, when Demu goes into this contract, he's going to have access to additional units. You're going to be able to access the Grenadier. You're going to be able to access the Camel Rider. The Camel Rider's pretty good in this matchup. You can actually weaken the enemy camels with your own camels. It's a little bit of camelception, which is absolutely fine by me. But those Javelin Throwers will fall off, and they are going to make up the bulk of your mercenaries. Or at least they should. Depending on what you want to spend it on. Who knows? Maybe he's actually looking to only go into camels, which would be a very curious strategy. But, I mean, it could probably work, actually. That's maybe not a bad idea. Anyway, Monastery now coming up. Relic's going to be looking to pick up. He's got 3 on this side, 2 on that side that have been walled off. It's funny how they kind of both go for those defensive walls. Louis MT now looking for some outposts in a forward position. He's walled off across his base, nice and safe. And now looking for a bit of line of sight. Wall down towards that south side, completely intact. By the same token, Demu has now achieved the same thing on his side. Will he look for outposts down here? Will remain to be seen. But we can also see one other thing from Louis. He's starting to get up on this gold nice and early. Looking to try and get out of the base. Get out of here and take it. The sooner you get out of here, the better it's going to feel. Camel Riders are out on the map as well. Outposts, slowly but steadily, bridging that line of sight gap. Now the military's starting to make moves. Teardrop Shield's going to be coming through as well for Demu on the defensive here. It's going to slowly move out the javelins, teeing off towards the scouts. It'll regen its health, though. Don't worry. Have no fear. Let's check in and see how he's doing back here. At the moment, it's still 0 relics apiece. How's the farming economy? No farms coming up just yet. Level 5 cistern. Blacksmith's up. Is that outside? No, it is. It's technically in range. I'm impressed that that is still in range. Geez, that range is pretty big, isn't it? Camel Rider coming out now with a Horseman. Lamentinai going to be able to find it. The Javelin Thrower. Oh, my lord. How'd it... Pathing. Wow. What is pathing? That is pathing. Go tell your family about that one. Say, I went for a walk the other day. Terrible pathing. Not really. It wasn't you. It was the camel. Poor camel. Mangadel's out for Louis. We'll be able to defend against the Javelin Thrower mass here. The main threat he's going to have are those Lamentinai. Looking to play a similar game to the Malians here. Of course, what makes the Malians strong, I mean, it is arguably their units, but mainly their economy. Got an incredible economy. Nice little position on this top side. Villager. Oh, my lord, the textiles. Oh, that was clutch. Oh, the villager lived because of textiles. It got 25 health and took a boar shot immediately after. If it wasn't for that, the villager died. He literally just got +1 build. Wow. Damn it, right there. With an MVP tech research. That's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. We looked at the health. It was out of 50. Oh, mango shot. Needs to get behind the walls. He's going to try for it. Mango manages to make it back and now turns around immediately. He's like, what's up? Louis dishing out the damage. Relic on the back. He could look for a Wallalo here. He could look for a Wallalo. A little bit too late, unfortunately. Not going to cop it today. Lamet cleaning him up completely. Where are the Gulams at? It looks like they're on the front line. Javelin throwers slowly working the damage, and you can see beautiful splits coming out from Demi, looking a little bit like Marine Lord at the moment. Archers now joining the fray. Composite bows, are they through just yet? Let's double check and see. Not through just yet. Relic's getting picked up, though. He's working his way in for it. 2 relics on the side of Louis MT. 3 relics on the side of Demu. He's got the relic advantage in this game. And now the Mango will hold the line for the moment. We actually hear Demu with a camel coming out. He's got 2 camel riders now joining. Monk bringing back relics to the monastery. Top side, a single spearman and an outpost working towards victory as stone walls begin to come up on this northern sacred site. Louis is working towards the center, by the way. Keep this in mind. Demu, not really interested in it. He's only got a handful of villagers out here. Well, depends how many fingers you got on your hands. For me, I've got 17 fingers on my hand. That's why I've got so many people in my top 5. Because that's what I'm used to. But 15 villagers coming out here for Demu, slowly working it up compared to what Louis had, which was 33. But he's pulled a whole bunch off. Yeah, just working with 23. So slowly getting there. I'm gonna have a quick swig. You might hear my voice is starting to give out a little bit. Perfectly normal after a Drongo cast. We've been casting for quite a while. Let's get that income up. Have a little bit of a look. Give me a second here. That is delicious. All right, got myself a little bit of Gatorade to help up with all the energy I've been exerting over here. That's a joke, guys. I've got my legs up. I'm chilling. I'm having a great time. All right, numbers starting to look good for Demu, though. One difference is the Mangonel. The Mangonel is still in play here. Varangian Guard's now going to be coming out for Demu. Let's do a quick comparison. We got 1,500, 3K, 3K for Demu on the income side, 1K, 2K, 1.3. So that's a 3.3, 3.6K. So very slight advantage for Louis, as you would expect for a player with 20 villager leads at this time in the game. Pretty standard to expect here. Nice little bit of outside gold source coming in. Demu starting to expand outside of that base. And players yet to engage in this game. 17 minutes through. Not a whole lot of engagements. Just that little one before, a bit earlier, but Mango in placement. Going to be coming through, I suspect, on that top side. Indeed, it is on that top side. No Springwood in placement. But now working. It's going to be the landmark under pressure. Demu going to be on the defensive here. Archers could potentially tee off on them. There's a lot of units here. I think Demu's got it. Definitely feels like it. The camels come out. Cataphracts on the backside. Going to be looking to charge through. We'll be able to make a solid connection here with the Mangonel. And you can see the archers running their best. But unfortunately, it is an absolute cleanup. Louis MT early on in this game getting set behind by the Byzantine player. Keep in mind, these two civilizations do both excel in the Imperial Age. But that doesn't mean the Abbasids aren't decent in the Castle Age as well. The Abbasids considered by many to be, I guess you could say, a little bit weaker at the moment. Actually, where do the Abbasids really sit at the moment? We'll have to talk about that a little bit later. The Lament Knight coming through. Doesn't look like he's popped the shield wall just yet. We don't see the stand. Oh, no, there we go. Shield wall now changed. And Cataphracts just running through. Villagers do go down, but the Keeper manages to eventually get up. Crossbow starting to get mixed in here. Ghulam's as well. Needs to be transitioning into Spear Crossbow, though. Spear Crossbow with a Mango would definitely help out in this position. The question is going to be whether he does it or not. Crossbow numbers continue to come through. Spearman coming out as well. Okay, it might be happening right now. This could be the transition that we're looking for, but pushed back by the Javelins. And I got to say, I think the Javelins were definitely underrated here by me. The Javelins have done a lot of work. They've been the foothold of this Castle Age push that we've seen out of Demu. And now just looking to siege down the wall here. He doesn't even care about the units attacking him. He says, I don't care. I do not care. I'm just going to take it down. Wall now is going to start burning down. He's got 1,200, 1,250 health to get through. Still manages to do it, but now the numbers are starting to go in favor of his opponent. As we get closer to the base, Louis' reinforcements are going to be running less distance to get to the battle, which means they're going to start coming in faster. Compared to Demu as he gets further away, his reinforcements are going to be taking more time. And speaking of reinforcements, I don't see any of them around here. Javelin on the back line, just doing an amazing job. You can see Demu's got some incredible micro coming out here, able to pick off all these ranged units. But eventually the front line does fall. And when the front line falls, the spearmen stand tall. Let's ride on board now and see how Louis doing. We'll check in with him. We'll bring off we'll bring that line of sight in as well, just to get an idea of what he sees. Top side, pretty well covered. Stone wall all the way across here. He's got plenty of resources secured on the backside. Still some large stone outcroppings, though, to be had in the center, as well as that one main gold, which is going to be really important. On the other side of the map, though, Demu yet to secure this up, and this could be his downfall. The most important component of this map is resources. It is gold. It is making sure you've got the lion's share, not even the lion's share, just a fair share of gold in the late game. You need to start establishing trade. It's going to be really important. So I would expect to see Demu at some point in this game look to mirror the stone walls from his opponent, allow him to keep the sacred site, but just throw down stone walls on this side, and then that way you can get your trade in onto this trading post. Speaking of trade, hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing? We got ourselves a trade wing on the way through for the Abbasid dynasty. Louis MT approaching 180 population at the moment. He's up to 135 vills, so definitely has the economic advantage. Now this keep is looking to stand tall. The mangonel emplacements slowly but steadily working down the battering rams. The camels should be able to finish it off. Indeed they do. And the keep continues to fire down the arrows towards the enemy units. A single Springald is out for the moment. And now that the trade wing is coming online, this begs the question, where does Louis go from here? So he is stonewalling up, and have a look where he's stonewalled. Very intentional. He stonewalls in the trading post because he's going to be looking to throw down a market. Unfortunately, can't throw it down in this corner, but he can throw it down right here, which is definitely going to be the best spot. You can see it's a bit of an awkward run. You might even be tempted to just throw it down on this angle right here is probably the better option for you. Just maybe a slightly more efficient trading angle, probably for not a whole lot of gain on that top side. Hyrosophone's now going to start to come up. He's got one out already. Second one going to be coming online shortly. You can see the fire on the corner as he's about to spurt it out. It's the third one coming through as well. Definitely the right call here. I'm loving this. Hyrosophones feel really strong in the current meta. Trade wing, another 20 seconds until it's online. He'll be looking for elite upgrades when he gets through, but have a look at this. He's got no gold in the bank at the moment. Needed to transition villages a little bit earlier over onto gold. He's now going to bring them over, but I can't help but feel like it is just too little too late. He's only got 5 gold in the bank, 6 seconds away from aging up. So just keep that in mind as this age up does come through. What are the upgrades? What are the key differences you're going to be looking for once you get from Castle Age to Imperial? The number one upgrade, or the number one is upgrades. Always upgrades. We can see he's maxed out now. On the other side, Demu also approaching max. 190 military population. The Hyrosophones now looking to siege down the keep. Down to about 60% health, maybe 70%. Mangonels are out. Looking to put on the pressure. On the backside, Springalds looking to try and find a Mangonel. Will they get the connection? Got a massive charge through. Cataphracts connecting. Still working down the front. Mango's shots come through. It's going to hit a whole bunch of Lamentini. Spear's still fighting out here. They've got their phalanx upgrade, a little bit of extra range. And now the kiting begins for Louis. He realizes things aren't going particularly well. He's going to be losing his keep. If he loses his keep, he loses the gold. And if he loses the gold, then he loses his lead. Slowly but steadily, falling back. The Mangonels realize they've got nowhere to go. They've got to make their way to the gate, but there's not much room here. Manages to get a couple of shots off on the defensive here. The problem's going to be those cataphracts are going to have their charge up soon. They're trying to find a way through. Reinforcements are making their way to the front. He's going to be able to hold, but the Hyrosophones continue to burn down the remaining buildings. And now those two Mangonels manage to live to tell the tale. And the remnants of that Byzantine army stand strong at the gate. Unfortunately for them, they're not the smartest of folk. Mangonels, Mangonels, Mangonels over the top. Boom, baby. Absolutely beautifully done. Mangonels landing just perfectly. You can bring them right up to the front of the wall there. Another shot coming in over the top. Keep in mind there are 4 Hyrosophones. He will siege this wall down very quickly. Oh lord, he coming. 3 Hyrosophones left. More attacks happening behind the scenes, it sounds like. Let's ride on board and check exactly what's going on. It looks like it's just going to be Springald emplacements. And an additional keep did come up on this top side, so it means that that mirror wall is not going to be coming up. Foreign engineering company getting thrown down. Oh, I don't like this spot. It's so far forward. It is so far forward, and this is really scary. Oh, I really don't like this a lot. This landmark in particular is the landmark that you never want to put on the front. Oh, gosh. And if this gets spotted by Louis, he just goes all in on killing this right now. Oh, this could be really bad for Demu. Ideally, this landmark gets placed... you want it in assistant. That's like imperative, all right? It needs to be connected to assistant because it does have a training time that can be reduced. That's the first thing. But you want it somewhere in the back of the base. Like right here is perfect. Just throw it down in this spot right here. Got enough space for it right there? Underneath assistant. Chuck it on military. Boom. Done. Easy. Don't have to think about it. But now, once again, going to be fighting over the gold. Double Mango moving up. Plenty of spears. They've got their elite upgrade. Looks like he's got yet to get elite army tactics. We see also elite Ghulam now going to be coming through. On the other side, it looks like we've got ferocious speed coming through for Demu. Roller shutter triggers and the elite contract is on arrival as well, which will give him access to the final unit. It's going to be the Grenadier. Central sacred site taken. We've got ourselves a sacred victory attempt right here. Towards the middle of the fight, though, we focus on the mangonel shot that lands. Plenty of vills in here. 24 villagers. 24 villagers right here. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Culverin moving forward. It's already right-clicked. He knows exactly... I don't know where the next shot's going, but the mango shots... Oh, he's so lucky. He's so lucky those villagers did not get struck. Crossbow numbers still pretty decent here, but the front line is falling away. We can hear Louis just pumping out units non-stop. 200 population up against the 136. Demu's beginning to fall. He's beginning to falter at this stage of the game. Down 20 villagers in this game. The Byzantines yet to come online. He's going to be looking for some of those key units. The Foreign Engineering Company in particular. He's got 400 olive oil income, but yet to see that engineering company come online at this stage of the game. Still pushing down upon his opponent. The last gold has been secured. Keep in mind, Demu did have a gold over towards his top side. It has now been vanquished. Demu never securing a keep on this large gold either. Makes it particularly hard for him to hold. He's working his best to try and get enough resources for it. He's up to 1,600 stone now and will almost run out of that stone. He'll have to throw down a keep defensively, but remember, his opponent's already got the bombard out. So they've already got the answer to your question. Louis is in an incredible position here. Right on board with Demu as he looks to defend up against the impossible. How many olive groves has he got? 31 olive groves at the moment. It's actually quite a bit more than that. He's brought a whole bunch of villagers forward here. Throughout this game, 34 workers have been killed. Oh no. Oh, Lord. Unfortunately, the Foreign Engineering Company will be going down. I mean, realistically, I don't think there's much that could save him here. Up against the Culverin in particular, it's really difficult to play siege. You could go into the Hui Hui Pow, but it's not going to be anything impressive at all. I think the biggest thing for Demu would have been going into more Nest of Bees, though. He's only got the single Nest of Bees at this stage. Having like 2 or 3 Nest of Bees just gives you a lot of versatility against any kind of infantry composition. But speaking of versatility against infantry, he's going to need extra versatility as Louis looks to break into the base. A big Abbasid army now coming through here, heading off in every single direction. Lamet and I moving forward, looking to try and pick off one of the siege in the back. It looks like one of the Springalds has gone down. Landmark has fallen. Double Culverin out here as well. The Mangonel getting some decent shots off. The hand cannoneers also helping out. And it looks like towards the middle of the map. Oh my lord, he coming. Ghulams together with the spears chasing away the villagers. They've got their level 5 cistern here. Do they pop Akratoid defenses? They definitely well could. Not a lot of wood left though. You can see he's trying to work towards that central wall. But unfortunately, there's not much left in the way of wood there for him. Last bits of siege slowly getting evacuated as the bombard does go down. Making his way towards that wall. Needs to bring up additional... Oh, he's already brought up additional villagers. Might need to throw a keep. He's got triple mining camp here as well. There was another 2 that were on the other side. Hand cannoneers, the last line of defense here, but until the villagers get touched. Louis MT all of a sudden holding on. Military numbers still in favor of him, but he's up 60 villagers at this point in the game. That 3rd town center has just gone so far. Sprinkled emplacements continuing to push forward. Villagers under threat. Elite Ghulam just in the base, just being annoying. Classic Louis MT things now. Looks like this last Ghulam will go down, but at what cost? 70 villagers now for Demu. He's lost 30 villagers in the last 30 seconds. I don't know where they've gone, but it has been very, very quick. Oh, you know where it's been? Oh, you know where it's been? Oh, we totally forgot. It was a massacre in the middle. The Ghulams. Oh, I forgot about the Ghulams. And it looks like Demu did as well. Look at the bodies on the ground. He has well and truly let the bodies hit the floor in this game. And now, once again, that foreign engineering company manages to arise from the dead. But at the moment, there's not a whole lot of olive oil income, only 327, which means you're making 1 nest of bees every 2 minutes. The Cistern does finally come out to the front. He's going to be helping out a bit here, but the hand cannoneer numbers looking good for Louis. Keep in mind, he's still got 2,600 gold per minute. Trade is now online as well. 72 gold coming through for him, and he did opt for this topside market on that trading route. But the numbers here looking pretty decent for him. He's double the eco pop, double the military pop, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The game is called. Fellas, I tell you what, hell of a game coming out there from these two players. Make sure you check out EGC TV this weekend. They're throwing the EGC final, 15 GMT, Saturday and Sunday. I want you to be there. I want you to say hi. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one.